Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney, Spirit of Justice, where we're going to hear Yuendo's alibi, which I'm guessing is not going to hold up very well. I was on stage just moments before I went into the dressing room. The entire audience was my witness. Okay, alright, that's actually going to be harder to disprove than I thought. But my performance was a huge bust, not a single soul laughed. I'll never be able to live down how terribly I bombed during that very important show. Yuendo was on stage before he found the body, so he could not have committed this crime. I don't buy that. At this time, it is time to let it all go, defense, and move on. Yeah, well, get this, Prosecutor Sadmati. The Right Anything Agency never gives up. We fight to the bitter end, and we usually win. Pheh. Allow me to say this once more. Let it go and move on. Allow me to say it once more. I'm never giving up. Let it go and... Never! This is pointless. Yeah, I mean, I agree. You should have taken advantage of this opportunity while you could, you foolish child. I mean, what do we have to lose at this point, really? Your worthless convictions only serve to prolong the accused's suffering. If words will not sway you, then perhaps pain... Wait. Is he gonna hit me in court? I feel like that's not a thing that should happen. Oh no, anything but this. Judge. Eek. Yeah. Judge, little help. What's the big idea, Prosecutor Sadmati? That was but a small dose of punishment for your misguided convictions. Are you now a bit more inclined to give up as instructed? As if... In that case, you must require another dose. Judge? Whoa. Not bloody likely. Don't give two flips about your beliefs. But if Sykes Dono were to submit to you here, I won't be able to eat good soba anymore. That's right. Working on the important details here. For Mr. Wood's future and Prosecutor Blackwell's stomach. Go ahead and clip that. I will never give up. You'll rue those words, defense. Of that I can assure you. I was on stage until just moments before. Oh wait, yeah.
Hold it!
How can we be sure it was you who was on that stage? You're asking whether it could have been some imposter? I guess so. We did see that earlier. Like a big arena, Rakugo Theater is a cozy little place. It'd be hard to fool an audience in such an intimate setting, don't you think? Maybe. Yeah, I guess you're right. I don't know about that. Good. I'm glad we cleared that up, because I guess you could say...
Hold it!
What if they were to lie? All of them. Was there anything special about the stage or your performance that you can tell me? For example, were the lights dimmer than usual? Were there any problems or accidents? Not a thing. Everything was the same as always. Mr. Prosecutor, you questioned the audience, didn't you? Yeah, but I don't trust anything that he did. Yes, of course. Apparently, nothing seemed amiss to them except, well, one small thing. One small thing? No, it's so embarrassing. I tried my best, really I did. A single soul laughed. You have any idea what went wrong? I'm not quite sure if it was my performance or if it was just that particular audience. Or maybe it was the story I picked. But every entertainer knows this kind of thing happens from time to time. I guess that makes sense. Still, I wonder how he could have flopped at his own commemorative show. Oh, maybe I should dig into things a bit more. The number of audience members or what Yuendo performed. I kind of want to ask about this because my first thought is maybe it wasn't a comedy. You know what I mean? Like, of course no one laughed, no one was supposed to. Alright, anyway, whatever. Could you tell me which Rakugo story you performed? Or I guess maybe I could, but I'm not sure if it would mean anything to the uninitiated. No, I feel like they were supposed to laugh. Well, even if I might not get it, can't you at least try me? Alright, if you insist. The story I performed is called Tokisoba, otherwise known as Time Soba. Time Soba, huh? Maybe Yuendo's right. He's only said the name of the routine and I'm already lost. Well, no, tell us about it. Ah, so you performed Time Soba, did you? Didn't we already go over this? What, you know it, Prosecutor Sudmati? In the course of my studies last night, I became familiar with a number of stories. I must say, defense, you would do well to prepare better for your next trial. Simon, what's Time Soba about? Look it up yourself. Not helpful! Allow me to give an overview. The story takes place on a winter's night. A man orders a bowl of soba at a street stall. How you doing, sir? What can I get for you? I see you've got seaweed-topped hanamaki soba and... Oh, that's going too fast. I'll have a bowl of shopuku, my good man. It sure is cold tonight, isn't it? But there's nothing like a hot bowl of noodles and soup to warm the soul. You know it, sir. One shopuku come... Ah! So how's business? Not so great, sir. Is that so? Well, that's great, because things can only get better from here, right? Well, prosecutor. The customer talks on and on like this. Finally, when he is done eating, he goes to pay for his soba. So how much do I owe you? That'll be 16 mon, sir. I see, sorry, but I only have small change on me. I'll count the coins into your palm, so could you hold out your hand for me? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hey, what time is it? It's 9, sir. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Thanks, and bye. Very well done, Prosecutor Sudmati. That was excellent. Huh? I don't get it. What was so funny about that? Don't you see? The customer paid with coins, counting them out one by one. Then, just after counting 8, he asked about the time. And the soba vendor answered with 9. Oh, now I get it. He made the vendor say 9, and then he continued counting from 10. Exactly, he cheated the soba vendor out of 1 mon with his smooth talking. The story continues with another man who saw the whole thing and tries to do the same, but he bungles the trick and ends up paying more than 16 mon for his soba. The story ends on that punchline. You can look up the rest of the details yourself. Or I'm sure Prosecutor Sadmonk over there would love to perform it for you after court. So basically it's a story about a man cheating on his soba bill. That's kind of petty, isn't it? Is that really all you have to say about this classic story? Yeah, I mean, that's what I thought the joke was, but I'm like, I don't know if it's a very good joke. Like, I mean, I don't know how much a mon is worth, but like, skipping out on 1/16 of your bill.
Objection.
Oh, I missed text. Sorry. Fine, you studied a lot. We haven't the time for a lecture detour right now, Prosecutor Sadmonk. I wanted to hear a little bit more, but I suppose it is off topic. Getting back to the matter on hand, Miss Sykes, the witness stated that the story I performed is called Tokisoba, otherwise known as Time Soba. Would you like this to add this statement to this testimony? Should I have that statement added to testimony? I mean, I don't know why I wouldn't. Yes, Your Honor, I'd like to have it added. Very well.
Hold it!
The story where a man cheats is on his soba bill, right? Why do you think it didn't go over well? Well, I suppose I was a little nervous. A lot of pressure when you're the star of such an important show, you know. You nervous? I thought you'd be all calm and collected, but I guess even you can get stage fright, huh? I wanted so badly to live up to the great name of Uendo that I inherited, that I guess I overperformed a little bit this time. Wait, Uendo is the stage name of a former member of the Tornado School, right? That's right. The name belonged to one of Shisho's former disciples who died of illness at a young age. With the weight of a new name like that to carry on your shoulders, I can see why you were feeling the heat, just like me. I'm carrying the weight of my entire agency on my shoulders right now. In that case, can I count on your sympathy and have you go a little easier on me? No. With the audience as his witness, Uendo has a pretty unshakable alibi, doesn't he? You're not giving up, are you? Where's that never say die spirit you displayed earlier? Of course I'm not giving up, Simon. I just know Uendo has something to do with this case. How will you connect him to the crime when he has an alibi as strong as that? I don't know just yet, but I'm going to press his testimony and keep an eye out for contradictions. On stage, entire audience was my witness.
Hold it!
We haven't pressed that yet. Excuse me for asking, but do you bomb like that on a regular basis? Well, aren't you a regular rude daisy? Do you really think Rakugo artists who regularly bombs would get promoted? I don't, maybe? In fact, I'm known as the Tornado School's whirlwindo of laughter, I'll have you know. Is that really true, Simon? Your name is a bit of a travesty if you ask me, but his Rakugo is solid and well received, yes. I see. But yeah, whirlwindo of laughter is a big ol' stink bomb of a name, isn't it? Whew, what a relief. I thought it was just me. I mean, whirlwindo of laughter is great. Yeah, funny stuff. I'm glad you like it. Wow, alright. The star performed is called Toki Soba, otherwise known as Time Soba. What do we got here? Gotta be something. We got some cards, got some food. Something on the floor that I don't think we've dealt with yet. Soba noodles from scratch. Okay. Between 2 and 5 causes death, suffocating. Nothing was found in the lungs. Ticket to show, letter from the victim, letter contained. Oh! Ah, see, I was right. That's why they heard Time Soba coming from the TV. And that's why he overacted, as I bet he wanted to be loud and heard. Okay. Yeah, because he was supposed to do something else. Uendo, isn't there something odd about the routine you performed? No, I don't think there's anything odd about it, except for the fact that it was bad. Sorry about that. But that's exactly what I find odd, the fact that you don't think it's odd. Objection. We are discussing the witness's alibi at the moment. Defense. The show's program is completely irrelevant. But it isn't.
Objection.
That's where you're wrong, Prosecutor Sadmati. The reason being, it contradicts the statement the witness just made. Uendo, do you know what this is? No. What is it? This is an invitation to the show sent from Master Tornado to Prosecutor Blackwell. Included is the invitation is a rundown of the show's program, which clearly states that Time Soba was to be performed by Master Tornado himself. Yo! No. Uendo, why did you perform the routine your master was scheduled to do? Well, you see, the reason for that is... Got him. How do I say this? You see, let's say it was a prank. That's right, it was just a little joke, you see. I was trying to surprise Shisho by performing his routine before he did. That does not hold up at all. I don't know if I buy that. Was doing the victim's routine really just for laughs, or... Hey, didn't Simon happen to hear Time Soba coming from the dressing room during Uendo's performance on stage? Seems like too much of a coincidence. Thank you. Wait, can it be? What's the matter? You look like a hen with a dozen eggs to lay. Stop comparing me to birds! Cease this bird-brain timidity. If something has occurred to you, then lay it out for us already. Don't breed resentment in those watching your performance. Okay. I don't have a ton of confidence in this theory, but here goes. Looks like Uendo's alibi checks out, Your Honor, but even though he was on stage at the time, he may have been trying to obfuscate a crucial detail about this case. Are you referring to the Somerville the man tried to skimp on in the witness's story? Yes. That was the contradiction. I'm not talking about the Rakugo story, Your Honor. No, I'm sorry, but then what are you talking about, Miss Sykes? What Uendo may have been trying to deceive us about was... What? What the victim was to perform? No. Would it be the time? Yeah, it would be time. Oh my god, yeah. Because then they could say like, oh, he was alive because we heard sounds. Uendo tried to deceive us about the time of the victim's death. What?
Objection.
What do you got? What gibberish. Prosecutor Blackwell even testified to the time of the victim's death. I know, but he only testified that way because he and Giru had been completely taken in. You mean by the Somerville thing? Yes. Would you please forget about the story for a second, Your Honor? I was deceived. Pray tell, how did Uendo manage to deceive two people while he was performing on stage? That's easy. All he had to do was use a certain prop in the dressing room. Oh, and what might that be? The prop Uendo used was the TV.
Take that!
This TV was used to view what was happening on the stage. Prosecutor Blackwell, when you came to the dressing room, what was Uendo doing? He was performing Time Soba Blast. Could it be? Yes, it could, and it was. What you and Gira heard was not Master Tornado practicing his routine. It was Uendo's performance, as heard through this TV's monitor speakers. Yo. Ooh. What? With the TV just inside the inner door of the dressing room, it could easily be heard from the hallway outside. Because we knew that Master Tornado was scheduled to perform Time Soba, we were easily manipulated into thinking he was still alive at the time rehearsing. Yes, your knowledge of the day's program is why the two of you could be fooled this way. Simon, did the voice you hear belong to Master Tornado? With the doors that way, I couldn't tell exactly who the voice belonged to. But because I heard Time Soba, I just assumed it was Master Tornado. Can't believe I was taken in by such a simple mind game. All that is mere conjecture. Where's your proof, defense?
Objection!
Like, Uendo moved the TV back when he discovered the body. After all, he couldn't very well leave it by the door, because then someone might figure out the trick he'd been playing. And there's one more thing about Uendo's actions that's suspicious. That is? The fact that he flopped so badly on such an important occasion. What's so suspicious about that? Even pros slip up once in a while, you know? But I believe this time it was intentional, yep. Because Uendo knew it'd be strange to hear laughter coming from the dressing room. Oh, I didn't even think about that. Yep. I thought he was just trying to be loud to make sure it was heard. But yeah, that's... Ooh, I like that. Oh my! Yipes. It's all just a little bit too perfect to be sheer coincidence. Plus, if the voice Prosecutor Blackwell and Giru heard was due to Uendo's scheming, then the victim's time of death could have been earlier than 4 p.m. In other words, Uendo could have killed Master Tornado himself. Ugh. We got you by the stones now, Uendo, so you better confess everything. Ugh. Oh, he seems unbothered. Well, witness, what do you have to say for yourself? We demand an explanation. Oh, what's his face is gonna chime in and... Uendo! I confess. I tampered with the crime scene. Got him. Okay. Well, that helps. Not exactly a not guilty verdict, but it helps. Is it the defense's claim that Uendo Tornado is the true murderer of this case? Not necessarily. In fact, that looks a little too obvious at this point. If he tampered with the crime scene, then we have to at least consider him a suspect. No, wait just a minute. Yes, I admit to messing with the dressing room, but I didn't kill Shisho. Alright. Then why did you tamper with the crime scene? I refuse to answer that question. What? What? You suspect this witness, then I have a question for you. What could it be this time? Uendo has absolutely no reason to murder Taifu Tornado. After all, why would Uendo kill the man who recognized his skills and promoted him? Oh, well, his motive was, I can't think of a single thing. It appears you're also not aware of one other fact. And that is? That the accused visited the dressing room before 4 p.m. as well. Is it not natural, then, to suppose that the accused killed the victim at that time? What? Nobody told me Mr. White had also gone there before 4 p.m. We were only discussing the time frame after 4 p.m., so I didn't think to mention it. But now that you have made the time period before 4 p.m. relevant... Uh-oh. I don't like where this is going. So you really do not know what your client was doing during that time frame, do you? Uh-oh. This is bad. Well, it was all very sudden and, Why did you wait until the very last second to contact me, Simon? Did you give me that look? Just so you know, Bucky never told me he had visited the Master before 4 p.m. either. This sort of thing is exactly why that prosecutor keeps calling us unprepared. The defense will stop squabbling this instant. This is sorry, Your Honor. Prosecutor Sanmaria, please continue. Thank you, Your Honor. Defense, you know the soba making implements in the dressing room, correct? Yeah. Is he talking about the equipment for making soba noodles? You speak of the large bowl that is used to mix buckwheat flour and water, the long rolling pin, and the special knife that is used to cut the dough into noodles. That be the one. Precisely. These tools all come from the accused soba shop. Okay? Look, you mean they didn't belong to Master Tornado? Mr. Wet had visited the dressing room to give the victim a soba making lesson. And that visit was before 4 p.m. I feel like we can disprove this, like, pretty easily. I'm afraid that after the accused kneaded the dough and made those noodles, he committed the act of murder. But wait, that doesn't add up. If Mr. Wet killed the victim before 4 p.m., why would he return to that room at a later time? Oh, no, Chilled soba, 680. Oh, what soba? You're getting caboodle when it comes to noodles. Oh my! Hi, Miss Chickadee. Hey, Saimi. The reason I went back is because Master Tornado ordered some uncooked noodles. Mr. Wet. Although he can still hold that tray. So there's that. He's got that going for him at least. Yesterday I brought noodle making tools to the dressing room around 2 p.m. That's when Master Tornado ordered uncooked soba noodles to stock up on. Uncooked noodles to stock up on? Yes, ma'am. Master Tornado kept a supply of soba noodles from my shop in his fridge. Oh boy. He only had one serving left, so I went back to my shop to get some more. One serving of noodles in the fridge, but I thought the fridge was practically empty. Anyway, the whereabouts of the missing noodles isn't all that important now, but it could be. You ran into me and Giru when you came back to deliver the uncooked soba, correct? That's right, Saimi. I made time out of my busy day to deliver him noodles. You know what? He ignored me when I called him from the doorway. He just kept mumbling Rakugo lines for ages, so I got mad and went back to my soba shop. Because he was dead. Ah, so that's why you got mad. If what he's saying is true, then there's no way he could be the murderer. I swear I'm telling the truth, this chicken. Bailiff, quick, get this man to the infirmary. Off the witness stand, because he's not helping. Well, actually, no, he did help. Well, I dare say he's quite the handful. Your Honor, please accept the statements Mr. Wet just made now into evidence. Wait, what? Why? I believe the accused statement about going into the room at around 2 p.m. is true, for it falls within the victim's estimated time of death. That opens up the possibility that the crime was committed between 2 and 4 p.m. That's some critical information. Yes, Your Honor, but other than that one point, Mr. Wet's statements are dubious and without proof. What?
Objection!
No. But they are the words of the defendant himself. Simon, back me up here. He has a point. If I were the prosecutor, I wouldn't accept them either. Well, I understand the defense's feelings on the matter. This court is unable to accept anything other than the time the defendant made his visit. What do I do? I trust you have no further objections, defense. Oh, I object. And I'll object some more in the next episode. I hope you're still enjoying this. This is a really neat case. I'm having a lot of fun with this one. As always, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.